Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. And yes, I'm saying good morning. Mainly because, as of this recording, it is 9:15 in the morning on 11/28/2014. Those of you who don't know, 11/28 is Black Friday. Or at least it is this year. And I've been off of work for an hour. I got out at 8:11ish. So, yeah, I went to work at 11 last night, and I had been up before that. I tried to get as much sleep during the day as I could, and it helped. It really did. As you can sort of hear, I do believe I'm sick, and what's really shitty is that I was sick prior to Black Friday, this shift I had at work. And it sucked, and it seems like it's made a return. And that doubly sucks. Because that means I have to go back to the doctor and, maybe get a different antibiotic, which fucking sucks. The only consolation, though, is the fact that I'm going to get a nice bit of money from working the shift I worked last night into this morning. But this video isn't going to be about my shift at Black Friday. Trust me, if you want to hear fucking stories, tell me in the comment section below. I will fucking record a video talking about my experience. Anywho, I'm going to be responding to a piece from LifeSite News. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to get out my frustration that I have pent up, and it's better than punching someone in the fucking head. Yeah. The title of the piece is UK Girl 13 Raped by Classmate After Sex Ed Lesson. And if you know anything about LifeSite News, you know where it's going. They're going to blame the sex ed lesson for this cocksucker raping his classmate. Obviously, this kid has some fucking major screws loose to where he just raped a fucking girl. There was a lot of fucking pathologies before the trigger event. The sex ed lesson may have been the fucking trigger, but it was not the cause of the underlying fucking pathology. This guy was going to be a fucking rapist or a serial killer later on in life. Luckily, in the grand scheme of things, luckily, we caught it early. This happened early. It sucks for the girl, and I hope this kid fucking spends the rest of his life in jail. Or at least until he's 18, and then he just gets the shit kicked out of him by life for the rest of his fucking life. That's what he fucking deserves. For doing that to a 13-year-old. Even though he is a 13-year-old. But the whole point is, the sex ed was not the fucking cause of it. It was the trigger, but it wasn't the cause. The cause was the fact that this kid was obviously fucking disturbed beforehand. That's obvious, but people with agendas don't care. The author of this is Thaddeus Buklinski, and if I remember, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. And yeah, I'm not going to be wearing my glasses throughout this entire fucking video, mainly because I'm fucking tired and I just want to, after this video is done, lay in my bed, watch stuff on Netflix, and, pass out. So, let's get through this. A 13-year-old boy confessed in court that he raped a girl of the same age after they both had attended the mandatory sex education lessons at their school in Gwynedd County, North Wales. And it's obviously not the sex ed lesson that caused this, because none of the other fucking people in the class raped anybody. This kid was obviously fucking disturbed. He was a box full of fucking crazies, and the fucking sex ed class just fucking opened up Pandora's box, essentially. Obviously. Sex and relationship education is compulsory in the UK from age 11 onwards, and the biological aspects of sexuality are part of the national science curriculum. And they obviously are doing a hell of a lot better than America. The boy, now 15, admitted to the rape at a hearing in Dogalau Youth Court last week. Even though he's not a fucking youth. He's... Oh, no, actually, sorry, I thought he was like 19. No, he's still a youth, but he's still a fucking asshole. My brain is fucking fried, alright? Cut me some fucking slack. The court heard that following a sex ed class, the boy and girl went to a secluded area where they discussed what they had just been taught about sexual intercourse. The boy said that he asked the girl if she wanted to try sex. Although the young girl repeatedly said no, the schoolboy proceeded to pin the girl down and rape her. Afterward, he allegedly told the girl, "You can go now." And again, obviously, this kid's a fucking sociopath. There is a fucking screw loose and banging around this kid's fucking head that needs to get screwed back into fucking place. Whether that's through medication or therapy, there's something needs to be fucking done. I'm not sure if you fucking heard that, but something collapsed in my fucking bathroom. The attack came to like a year after the incident, which took place in 2012. When an alert school nurse saw that the young girl appeared distraught. Good on her. But, you know, the parents should have saw something. She asked if anything was worrying her, and the teenagers then told her about the rape following her sex education class. When a police investigation was launched, the boy claimed the girl had consented to the sex act, but later made a full confession saying he forced himself on the girl. He also said he had just celebrated his 13th birthday before he assaulted her. Seriously. The kid's a fucking sociopath. If not a fucking psychopath. That's the fucking problem. The kid lacks empathy, which is bad. District Judge Andrew Shaw said that as the case was being dealt with at youth court, sentencing options were limited. He therefore placed the boy on a 12-month referral order and had his name entered on the sex offenders register for 30 months. I think it should be on there for longer, but, you know, maybe the rest of his fucking life. But, you know, that's just me. Judge Shaw told the boy that under the law, the girl could not give consent to sex if she were under 16. That doesn't matter? Because the girl got pinned down and raped? You know, consent doesn't... Like, statutory rape doesn't really fucking matter because, you know, it was just rape. She was too young and you should not have done what you did. No shit, said the judge, and added that because he was now a registered sex offender, the boy would have to tell the police where you live and where you are for the next 2.5 years. I, again, think it should be for the rest of this motherfucker's life, but that's me. Katie Russell of Rape Crisis England and Wales Charity said that evidence gleaned from personal accounts showed that rape of young teenagers by friends was not uncommon, which is fucked up. That means that we were getting more and more sociopaths into the human population, which is bad. The fact it happened after a sex education class, I'm sure, gives concern about the teaching of sex education in school, Russell told the South Wales Evening Post, adding that in her opinion, the solution to this type of misbehavior is more sex education, and much earlier than 13, I would say. Yeah, I honestly would say, hey, have this big fucking blog at that time, you know, about consent. You know, teaching boys not to rape. You know, instilling empathy into children. However, some British MPs are pushing back against the sexualization of children. That's where we fucking are. So I was checking my phone. You know, instead of blaming the fucking kid, we're blaming something that was in the periphery of the fucking incident, but it wasn't the guiding cause. According to a report in The Independent, Conservative MP Philip Davies blasted Labour MP Diana Johnson's call for more sex education in schools as counterproductive measure that would have the opposite of the desired effect. So says you. We should try having less sex education, or even better, no sex education at all, Davies said. He said, yeah, because that would stop rape. Earlier this year, a poll of UK teenagers by the Institute of Public Policy Research found that a large majority of both boys and girls complain that sex education often presents promiscuity as normal, putting additional pressure on them to become sexually active before they might otherwise do so. Okay. I'd like to know more about this IPPR, the Institute of Public Policy Research. One 18-year-old girl responded to the poll question about her sex ed experience. I always felt pressured by teachers like, sex is normal, just be safe, okay? When actually I wasn't interested in having sex at the time and was happy to wait for the right person. Obviously, the sex ed wasn't, fucking the right kind of sex ed. It should say, full stop, have sex when you're ready. And like, I don't think sex should be taught as the norm. I think people should be made to feel comfortable, and teachers should say, you should wait, the law states 16, don't be pressured. That's fair enough. I fucking totally wholeheartedly agree. The teens also said that easy access to online porn puts pressure on them to look and act in imitation of what pornography portrays. Why? I don't understand that. Why would you feel pressured? Porn is fantasy. It's not reality. Fucking, if someone told you to, hey, I want to do this because it was in a porn, tell that person to fuck right the hell off. That's the fucking solution to that. This new polling data shows that pornographic images are pervasive in teenagers' lives, and that young women in particular are acutely conscious of how damaging they can be, said Dalia Ben Galim, Associate Director of the IPPR in Media Statements. And again, I fucking agree. Honestly, I should say, sex is normal. Have sex when you're ready. Don't feel pressured. If anybody tells you to fucking, to do something that you don't want to do, tell that person to fuck right off. Tell them to, fornicate themselves with a big rusty spoon. Perhaps. Sorry, that song fucking stuck in my head. But yeah, like honestly, I honestly agree with a lot of the stuff that was said in this, that, sex shouldn't be the norm, I think it should say, here are the mechanics of sex, it should address the mechanics, but it should also address the psychology, say, if you're not ready, don't have sex. And anybody who pressures you, tell the fuck off. That's... Seriously, I never thought I would agree with parts of something that was on Lifeside News, but, I do. Peace out, guys. Have a good day. I'm gonna fucking lay down and possibly take a shower and then fucking lay down and watch some Netflix. Bye, guys. Have a fantastic day. And have a safe Black Friday.